What's up, everyone in the Facebook world, you little digital cherubs out there? We're so excited you're here for another amazing festival of food and lunch and celebration of health and sunshine and beach and running and tight muscles and toneness, because that's what we're going to be talking about today. How to get toned, how to get tight, how to get lean, how to get muscular, how to get fit, how to drop the fat percentage off.
That's right.
How to make your butt look good in your little wetsuit.
And whatever else.
And whatever else you want your ideal body to look like. So, man. And then
Okay, where are we? We are at one of my favorite restaurants, Gigi's Mediterranean Bistro. They have really, really good food. We usually have them cater on our office parties, and it's just phenomenal. Great people. They really care. They have gluten-free menu, gluten-free bread you can actually get here. So we're featuring them today, and gonna have fun. So check it out. I mean, look where we are. Turn around over there. There's the Laguna Villa right over there, so you know where we are. Right between Legion and Laguna Avenue, Hotel Laguna.
what do you guys think about this glorious little thing?
My wife wanted me to grow a little fuzz, so it's been since last time I grew one of these was 1979. It's been a while. So back in the
Are we going to
70s.
sit outside and order, or are we going to go inside and order?
I think we should just sit outside right over here.
Well, let's do it. Okay. How about you sit right here? So
Well, let's use this.
there's the sun. It's all interesting. It's good.
All right.
Sweet. Oh, too nice, guys. Too nice. Got that little outdoor patio over there. The little nice umbrellas with the heaters.
Yep.
I'm excited. This is kind of good for me because I get a nice little lunchy food too. Come on.
All right. And here is the owner.
There he
Hi.
is.
Introduce yourself.
Good afternoon, guys.
We're done.
Yeah. There he is, the
All
man
right.
himself.
So we were talking today. A lot of my patients have been recently talking about, hey, I want to drop 10 pounds by summertime. A couple of my friends have just dropped 20 pounds. Doing more intensive workouts and really tightening up their diet. And so we just thought that my pastor he's actually lost 20 pounds.
What?
He's getting ready for big surf down in Mexico. And I just looked at him and I go, Jeff, what is going on with you, man? He goes, I just got serious and just got focused and changed my diet, changed the way I eat, and started really training a lot harder. And man, it's really paid off. It's like 20 pounds off. That makes a difference.
What's he doing for training?
Well, he's actually doing a combination of some sustained aerobic activities with some interval training and some weightlifting. So we thought we'd talk about 3 different types of training regimens that you could employ and take a look at. There's different science between each one of them, and then also talk about some different ways to diet and also supplementation for it, and even sometimes the emotional component of if people have tried before and haven't had good results, and a lot of times it just takes emotionally kind of gearing up for being focused and balanced and disciplined and carrying it through until you get a certain outcome. That's what I'm just usually about this time of year, springtime. I'm usually getting ready for summertime and dropping some pounds and going on a more intensive, regimen of food and eating.
Wow. What
This guy, he doesn't have to do it at all. It's just his natural way of being.
Well, that's not entirely true. It's not just my metabolism, and people have said that before, and I take a little bit of offense, okay?
Oh.
Because it's not just my body type. I put in the efforts, okay? I am disciplined. I work out. It's not like I just wake up every day and eat a bunch of donuts and lay on a couch, okay?
Okay. I'm not saying. I'm
Let's
not insinuating
Let's not pull
that.
the rug out, okay? Okay, let's give credit where credit is due. And Yeah, my buddy Matt said that to me the other day. I'm like, no, dude, you can't take that away from me. You can't.
No, you eat well.
I
you
put in the
work out,
time.
You
I
work
put in
out.
the
You
effort.
drink your water.
I drink a lot of water.
Yeah.
I don't ever drink soda. I only basically will drink coconut water, coffee, and water.
And then an occasional.
And an occasional kombucha or a Boochcraft or a libation here and there.
The libation here and there.
But
It's
I
all
usually
about
hydrate
balance.
before I libate. So
That's- hydrate before you libate. Something to think of.
should I grab a menu?
Yes.
Okay.
Jazz. So if you guys have any questions or anything that you want to talk about today, this really is a time for you. You can just go into Facebook, type in anything, and I'll spend some time talking about it. I've done everything from 20-day fasts before. I've done detox programs, all kinds of stuff. Dropped weight, gained muscle mass, done a lot of different things, and there's lots of different things out there. It really depends on how serious people want to get. So let's get serious about the menu. Check this menu out here at Gigi's.
Well, Melissa says,
Euro plate.
I've been trying to lose 10 pounds all year with no real success. I know it takes time and I've improved my diet, so I think it will happen eventually, but I'm impatient. Give me some tips.
All right, so when that happens, there's usually something blocking the weight loss process. And let's just talk about a couple of them. One is if people are under a significant amount of stress, stress releases a hormone called cortisol. Cortisol basically takes whatever you got in your blood sugar and starts turning into fat because your body's going into a stress mode and thinks it has to start producing extra fat because stress usually means that maybe there's a survival component that is going to be happening in the near future. So they've talked about cortisol bellies before, or cortisol thighs or butt. It's basically the body just holds on. So if there's a underlying stressful season that people have been going through, a lot of times that has to do with cortisol. We can definitely get the cortisol levels checked for you. It's a simple adrenal stress index test. It's a salivary test, and it's taken 4 times during the day, and you can see where your cortisol levels are at. You can also, using kinesiology, we can usually figure out what the stress is, see if there's some emotional clearing that can be done to help balance that out, as well as basic adrenal supplementation that can be used as well to help to get the stress levels to be down, so you're not creating a lot of extra cortisol. So those 2 things, if it's been a stressful situation. Other times you have to look at what else could be keeping the body from getting rid of fat. Well, fat is like a little trash bag as well. It's a stored energy unit, but most toxins are fat soluble and they're stored in fat cells. So commonly, if you start to detoxify your body using some basic products to detoxify, now the body starts being able to detoxify, and the body doesn't get the sense that if I start to burn those fat cells, I'm going to increase my toxic load, so therefore I better not burn it up. So a lot of times you can increase your water intake and increase your liver detoxification pathways through supplementation, and that'll be another thing that can get a person unstuck. Then a lot of times you just have to kind of start changing the way you do your exercise in combination with those couple other things and changing your diet. So there's about 4 factors there that we just talked about.
That little super excerpt on the fat component about what your fat does and how you burn it. How would you present that to a 5th grader to help him lose weight? Like, how would you tell him, super simply, this is what your fat's doing and this is how you help him?
Well, fat is like a battery, and a battery makes things work. And so when your body burns down a little fat cell, you get energy from it. The other thing is that with that little energy battery, we also know that batteries are toxic. You don't want to drink battery water, right? So there's toxicity in that battery, in that little cell. So the other thing that's real simple is it's kind of like a trash can. If your trash can is already full, and then you're going to start putting more trash in, Now it's going to get real ugly because the trash is going to be falling over the side and it's not going to be good. It's not going to smell good. All right? So the reality is this.
All right.
Yeah. So the reality is if you can help clean up your body can take those little fat cells, those little batteries, use them for energy and not have it be a problem to get rid of the trash at the same time.
Got it. Okay, that helps.
Good, that helps.
There's a question. I'm drinking Bragg's apple cider vinegar daily. Do you agree with this? And should I do it at a certain time of day, night, morning?
Before we answer that, what do you want?
I'm going to get the...
Because I'll go order first while you take
good
that
idea.
question.
Good idea.
What do you want, Mo?
I don't know. Dad, what do you...
I'll get the seared ahi tuna salad.
Oh.
And gluten-free. Nope. Okay. I think he's maybe getting me the gluten-free menu. I'm not sure, but I think that might be the case.
Yeah.
Yep, they've got a gluten-free menu.
And he's also probably wanting to like. write it down.
Nice. Look at this, people. A gluten-free menu here at Gigi's for
That's what
those
he's doing.
that have gluten sensitivities, like I do. I told you before, I found it in a blood test that I was reactive to wheat. And oh, look at that.
There you go. There it is.
Seared ahi tuna salad.
That's you all day long.
Yep, that's what I'll have. Seared ahi tuna salad.
Mo, you want that? Mo wants it. I'm not doing that. I'm gonna do a full-on doner gyro plate. Gonna get some thinly sliced beef gyro meat, served with rice pilaf, sautéed vegetables, pita bread, and Gigi's yogurt dressing.
Oh, the lunch menu.
I don't know. It's the menu they gave me.
Okay,
There it is.
alrighty then.
So all right. Okay, Mo, do you know what you want?
Oh, you know what they do have too? Is this the lunch menu prices here too?
Yeah, you
Yeah.
can order, yeah.
Okay. And also, do you have the? Let me see the gluten-free menu again. They have the, I think, gluten-free pasta bolognese.
Yes.
You know what? I'm going to do that instead of the seared ahi salad. If you want, we can do a little split. Let's do one of those. One's ahi salad. One,
What salad?
the seared ahi salad.
Okay, any sauce? This one?
No, I think it's this one on this right here.
Okay, that's a side. So you have to pick a salad.
Oh, that's a side. Okay, gotcha.
Seared ahi tuna, red onions,
Yes,
green
that
beans,
one,
boiled
that's the
potatoes,
next one, yeah.
cauliflower.
It's already got it. Okay,
Yeah.
then we'll do the
You
niswa.
want to do this one?
Yeah.
Okay. The
So
bolognese.
this one, and then I'll get the doner gyro plate.
Absolutely. Gluten free or regular?
Regular.
Regular.
Yeah.
Drinks.
Water. Can we have one bottled water like a Pellegrino?
The large Pellegrino?
Yeah.
Okay, so apple cider vinegar. We have to answer that question.
Yeah.
Do you agree with taking that in the morning, like she said?
You
Is that
know,
the question?
there used to be something called the apple cider vinegar B12 regimen. I never have really used it or really had success with it. I know it does help to alkalize your body. I don't really have a comment one way or another on it. I know I've seen some recent posts on Facebook. It's been advertised that people are doing the Bragg's apple cider vinegar. I totally love Paul Bragg. Met him, heard him speak, and he was the one who helped me turn my health around. But I know it's usually his apple cider vinegar, but I'm really not sure.
That sounds. A couple of my friends take it every once in a while. They
Yeah.
stop drinking coffee, and my friend, yeah, he said he stopped drinking coffee, started taking a shot of apple cider vinegar, and he says he doesn't smell bad anymore
Oh,
after working all day. And he says it like gives him energy, and he feels like his insides are clean, whatever
well,
that means.
I think probably his friends and close associates are pretty happy that he did that.
I'm sure they are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, have you ever worked out really close with people that have really bad BO? God. And I don't think they even know it, or if they do, I don't know.
Is that the sound you make when you walk by him? You're like,
God.
You're like,
Yeah, I
"Hey,
just kind of. It's an interesting phenomenon.
Melissa said that helps her feel less hungry, so that's good.
That's good. So I think cleaning out the body is a good thing. So this is kind of a spring cleaning time. So let's go ahead and move into different kind of exercise regimens, okay? So here's the classic.
Oh yeah.
Here's the classic one that most endurance people use, and there's something called a fat burning zone. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw it. And Mo, why don't you come around here and I'll explain it while I draw it, okay? So I don't have a whiteboard, but I do have cardstock. So the idea is one would take their resting heart rate. We're going to call that resting heart rate. And the one who popularized this is Dr. Phil Maffetone. And this was the guy that helped a lot of the distance runners and the Ironman people become way better and break all their records and learn how to train more effectively. So Maffetone was the most sought after doctor to help these elite athletes that do endurance, triathlons, marathons, things like that. And then also he applied it to people that want to decrease their body fat.
I taught him everything he knew.
So if you want to, you can look up Dr. Phil Maffetone, and he has a really good book. The original one was called "Everyone Was an Athlete."
Hey, and if you're out there on the Facebook world, write us a question, ask us what's up, ask us, just comment, say what's up, let us know you're here, let us know you're watching, let the doctor know that you're here and you're excited about getting your summer body right. Ask us a question. He's all interested in about it.
Yep.
Let's do it. So let's have some fun. Throw us a comment.
Here's how the formula works. You take 180 minus your age. So let's say your age is 50. And I remember when I was 50, those were good times. Good times. So you come up with 130. Now, depending on what that 130 is, there are 4 different categories. If you've been very sick and injured, you take minus 10. If you aren't in very good shape and you want to kind of start slow, you take minus 5. If you're a top competitive athlete but you've had some injuries, you take minus 0. And if you're a top competitive athlete, almost world class, and you have no injuries, you can do a plus 5. So most people, you're going to start with a minus 5. You take a minus 5 from here, and this goes to 125. 125 becomes the top end of your heart rate. And the way you're going to start is usually you can get a heart rate monitor. And with a heart rate monitor, you can tell exactly where you're starting. You want to do a 6-minute warm-up, 6-minute warm-up, 6-minute cool down. And then this is your fat burning zone. And you can use one of those Fit watches, or you can get a heart rate monitor to figure this out. But you basically put your heart rate monitor on, and you set it for, in this example, you'd go 120 to 130. That's your fat burning zone. This is the aerobic zone, where your body uses oxygen and fat as an energy source.
Ooh.
When you start getting up, that's how you burn it. Okay. When you start getting up to the higher levels, then you start using muscle glycogen and starting to push your body into the anaerobic zones, which has its benefit too. We'll talk about a different one real soon on this. So this is the way to do it. You basically take your resting heart rate zone, you set it for 120 to 130. You turn your beeper off for the first 6 minutes, because when you go from a resting heart rate, let's say you're 75, it's going to be beeping as you go up to this zone. But then after 6 minutes, you turn your beeper on, and then if you go too slow or if you go too fast, it's going to beep. So the idea is to keep your heart rate monitor silent during this time and just spend your time. So that is classic. And then 6 minutes cool down, and you're going to spend anywhere from 10 minutes to 40 minutes in this fat burning zone, depending on how fast you want to see your weight loss. So that's the classic one that's been tried and true. This doesn't put you into a cardiac risk. It's really good for that way of doing exercise. It's very cardiac safe, and it's good for fat burning. So that's the first one I want to show you. Now the next one is called Peak 8. Now this has been popularized by Dr. Mercola and many other people. What you basically do here is you use, okay, let's do it this way. Peak 8, basically you get on an exercise bike, or you can do this with sprints. You take a 3-minute warm up. So here you are resting. You take 3 minutes to go here, and then at the 3-minute mark, you do 30 seconds of high intensity exercise, and then you take a minute and a half to recover. So this is 30 seconds. Let me see if I can draw it this way. 30 seconds and 1.5 minutes to recover. And that would be one peak. And the reason you say peak 8 is because you do it 8 times. So then after a minute and a half of recovery, you go bam, 30 seconds, and then a minute and a half. 30 seconds, and then a minute and a half. 30 seconds, a minute and a half. 30 seconds, a minute and a half. You do this 8 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then a 3-minute cool down at the end. I ran out of space there. 3-minute cool down. So what this is good is that this really goes into the anaerobic conditioning, and if you go to drmercola.com or type in Peak 8 conditioning, you can see videos on how this works and what the trains of thoughts are on that. Peak 8. Boom. Okay? Now the other one is like more of a circuit training, where you can go with, okay. The other one is doing spin classes, and there's some great spin teachers. Isn't Krista and
Stephanie Darnell is a spin coach.
Stephanie Darnell,
yeah.
And also Julia French, but now what's her new last name?
Oh,
put you on the spot.
Yeah.
Jimmy's wife.
Hannah.
All right, Julia Hannah and Jimmy, yeah, Jimmy's wife, but Julia Hannah. I thought Krista was doing it too.
She may be. I don't know.
Anyhow, there's some great spin places here.
Pop
in town.
Cycle. That's the one that they're our friends. Pop Cycle.
Pop Cycle.
North Laguna.
Art of Fitness.
Art of Fitness. That's right. Both are awesome.
Art of Fitness, and the other place down here, above, next to the sushi place.
The girls are doing some spin. You like spin, Mo?
It is hard.
Kick your butt,
my
huh?
butt.
Kicks your butt. Yeah.
It's good.
And you've done really great. I mean, you're in such good shape, Mo.
Thank you.
Yeah, and you're looking like a teenager again. Amazing. All right, so that's another one. And then the other one would be circuit training and not having a lot of time to rest. So you maybe
like
go
a
through
check approach, right?
Yeah, like a check approach, where you do circuit training of, functional movement, and do this exercise, a little bit of rest, this exercise, hardly any rest.
Yeah.
And you do like 8 of them, and then take a couple minutes to recover.
We saw a Czech practitioner in San Diego. He saw one, and I saw the other like during the same time. I remember getting my first couple exercise workouts and programs, and my recovery time and rest period was like so minuscule compared to how hard I was working out. So by the time after my workout, which was like 20 minutes long, if that, I was totally fatigued. So it's not about working out really long sometimes. It's more about working out well and smart, right?
Yep. Yep.
Oh yes. Can you just show
Okay.
everyone how amazing
Wow.
this looks?
Whoa.
Thank you.
Niçoise salad.
Niçoise salad.
Ooh, gyro.
And we're doing family style so everybody can share. This is gluten-free pasta.
Whoa.
My program's starting tomorrow, so this is one of the last big carb festivals I'm going to have. So,
You know how they have music festivals? We should have a carb festival.
yeah, well, okay. It's
Yeah.
a carb festival.
Carb festival.
So now let's just talk real quick about some of the different dietary things. Like I said, I've done a lot of cleanses and fasts. I just started someone yesterday
You are the man.
on
Thank you so much.
2 meal replacement drinks with Clearvite and using raw nuts blended in and raw berries and 2 scoops of Clearvite. Use that for breakfast and lunch, and then having a more like a paleo type of meal for dinner. That works really well. You can see great weight loss results with that. If you ever want to come in for a complimentary consultation, tell me what your goals are, you know, what's going on with your life, how your life would be if those things were changed or improved, and then we can always set up time to do an exam and get you going in the right direction. Do a blood test. It's always good to get a good blood test so we know if there's anything to be concerned about or not. And then the adrenal tests that we talked about as well. Secondly, that's kind of like a cleanse or a detox or a fast to clean the liver so your body can burn fat a lot easier. Secondly, there's a ketogenic diet. Ketogenic means you're putting your body into ketosis, so it's a very low carbohydrate, higher fat, higher protein, lots of vegetables, but low carbohydrate vegetables. Usually you got to keep your grams of carbohydrates at 30 to 50 at most to really go into ketosis so your body loses weight. One of my patients, I saw him lose 30 pounds over 3 months.
Wow.
And he was, just full on ketogenic diet, completely stopped drinking alcohol for the time being, and really got himself in phenomenal shape. And that's one of the things. You just got to basically cut alcohol out of your diet. You got to cut any sweets and carbs out of your diet.
It's so worth it too, because you'll get to that point after your diet, and although it's hard, you're not going to miss any of those times that you would have drinking alcohol. You're going to see the benefit. You're like, oh, that was so worth it. Yeah, it was hard going through it. But on the back end, you're like, now look at me, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now look at me. I didn't drink alcohol, and I'm way stoked because I look like this, and I lost 30 pounds. So it's always good to keep that perspective when you're in the midst of a fast or a diet or something like that, because it's hard in the moment. But at the end of it, you look back, you're like, I don't
not
miss
forever.
I don't miss not drinking alcohol in that time because it's behind me.
Yeah.
And now look at
And
the
you wake
results.
up in the morning going, wow, I would have drank a bit of alcohol last night.
Oh, let's get ready
And
to
now
go.
I feel
Yeah,
really
thank
good
you.
this morning. I'm not foggy in the head, and all is well. So you just used a little bit of that self-control. One of those fruits of the spirit things, self-control, and your why has to be big enough though. So then you got a paleo diet, which most everybody knows something about. You can always look that up. And there's a good paleo guy that is the Bulletproof Coffee guy. If you look up bulletproofcoffee.com, you can see his whole paleo diet.
David Asprey.
Yeah. And he's got really good charts to show you which foods you can eat and which ones not to eat. And then there's this new thing that I brought. Did I bring my notebook with me over here? No? I thought I brought my notebook with me. All right. It's called Pathway Fit. And we just did this test. It's where it's a genetic profile of yourself that we're putting this together because Dr. Marcela Dominguez, our medical director, told us about it. And it basically genetically tells you how your body is set up to keep less body fat, what kind of food your body is designed to eat to lose body fat, and what kind of training is best for you. So that's a genetic test, which is phenomenal. We're just waiting for the results to come back. It takes about 2 or 3 weeks, and then you monitor yourself on a weekly basis. So there's a lot of great stuff out there. Hopefully this has given you some ideas. If you want to talk more, you can always set up time for a free consultation. And and we can talk about it, find out what's important to you, what you're wanting to do with your health and your body, and help you move forward, because we want what you want. That's it. We're on.
We're on. We're gonna eat.
All right.
Have some fun.
And what?
Amazing.
Oh, and you are amazing. Of course you are. All right, see ya.